Shalom, shalom, Yasharal. I pray all of y'all are well. Um, Last night I put up a video. It's got like 5 views. Um, that's basically saying how we have to follow Abba's will completely. And after I got falsely accused tonight, I was having a conversation with someone who loves to accuse me of stuff that I don't even understand where they get the thought that I'm doing. And it's over and over and over again. And when I ask them, like I do at every person that does that to me, when I ask them, what am I doing? How? Why do you think that I'm doing that? They can't say, or they're aggravated and don't want to talk about it anymore after they've done falsely accused me. I made a video that got banned because of copyright, whatever, a few months back. And I named it a realness test. And I put it on Telegram, I think. And I let people know on Facebook in a way that whoever would want to know what I was talking about would have to want to know what I was talking about. I said in a post above it, I said one below is where to go. And no one knew what I was talking about. There were people saying, you put this video on here, well, I can't click on it. And it's clearly said one below is where to go. And I mean, it's no biggie that nobody wanted to see it, but when I said I had a revelation about the tree in the garden, nobody wanted to hear it. I shared it with people. And like last night, I was saying how what we all do out of pride is follow our own will. We see, we think things are right in our own eyes. Everyone is claiming something's right or wrong. By their own definition. You could just go through here just on Facebook all day and look. There's proof of what I'm saying in pretty much every post. I don't believe in this. That's a good message there. Like that right there. They all unfriended him for making that post. And no one asked why someone says something. Like, they just blocked him. They didn't ask him why he said that. That video I made where I said one below is where to go, I was talking about having a childlike faith, and I said, those of us who have a childlike faith, if Messiah all of a sudden was standing behind you and he said, "Here I am," those of us with a childlike faith would be just ecstatic and excited. And the majority of the rest of the people would question it. They would have a hard time, like Thomas, believing it. When I said that, a lot of people said, well, I would have to test it to make sure he was the Messiah, proving that they never listened to what I said. I said, if Messiah was standing behind you and he said, "Here I am." So it's an example. I said, if the Messiah. So just making an example, hypothetically, if the Messiah was standing behind you, no one who argued about that, what I said, took the time to say, oh, yeah, well, hypothetically, if it was the Messiah, no, they all said that they would have to look into it or test it. The person that falsely accused me tonight, I was talking, and talking about that movie, The Stand, and I talked about it for a second or two, and then I was talking about something else, you know, personal matters, and mid sentence, that person cut me off like usual, and assumed they knew what I was about to say. And I said, "Well, go ahead and tell me what you think I'm gonna say." And they didn't want to because they thought that I would change. I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what I was gonna say, and you don't have to admit if you're wrong. If you were wrong about what you thought I was gonna say, you'll know, and you can deal with that yourself." And they were. They admitted it, surprisingly, that they thought I was going to say something else. No one listens to nobody. No one asks questions. No one gives love and compassion and patience and understanding. The majority of the arguments and the debates all over the world and here on Facebook are arguments with their imagination. They think a person says what they say. They think that that person did that for a reason that's not the reason that they did it. But they never take the time to ask why. People claim to know what the will of the Father is based on how they see it or how they feel that He would feel about something, when the only place to find that out is His Word. I saw a person up here arguing about Easter. They were saying that, you know, they're not going to be put under the law, and someone, the guy that was saying Easter, the guy said we shouldn't even have the name Easter coming out of our mouth, and the person said, "Are you sure? I've never seen in Scripture where it says we can't say the word Easter. Are you sure you're not adding to the Scripture?" And just countless, endless debates like this just go on and on and on, proving there's no love between them people. If there was, they would say, "Why don't we go look at the Bible? Let's take a couple minutes and we'll see what I'm talking about." You're right. It doesn't say we can't say the word Easter. It says we are not to have names of false gods on our lips. So, we're not supposed to do that. It does say that. But that person based what they claimed as fact on what they thought the word says, and never once inviting who they were debating with to go look together to see. Everyone wants to be right in their own eyes. I put up revelations that the Most High gave me a few people, look into it, but you know what? No one really stays for too long. They eventually dip out, and you know, love is long suffering. They leave because they think you're wrong or being foolish or whatever they think you're doing. They never come to you and ask you. They never give you their ear. They think bad about you in their heart, and most put you on blast on Facebook. And it's just sickening. It's sickening to see the amount of people that do what I'm talking about without ever considering what they're doing. And now you could say something about what I'm saying right now. If you do, well, what am I saying? Can we go look? And if I do that, when I do that, you know how it ends up. They leave. And these people who wouldn't want to be my brother or sister because I did this or I did that. There's no love, no way. This is all a joke. I'll see Facebook friends that at one time we were chopping it up, talking, quote unquote friends, and then they're gone. You never really see them anymore, talk to them. And you'll see once in a while they'll be saying something that you said, exactly what you said, but yet you were wrong for it. And it's just, I'm only saying this on this video because it needs to be said, and hopefully someone, anyone, will maybe hear this and be conscious of seeing something the way they want to see it, disregarding what the scripture says, but claiming that their belief is based on the scripture. We should always show ourselves approved. And if you think you don't have to because or you're bigger, or you know more than the next person, it's just pride all over the place. And it's sickening. I love y'all, Mishpaka. Peace out.